Hey Scorpio, welcome to Danielle Lee Spiritual Visionary. This is your June 2020 reading. So, as a psychic medium, I say this every video. For those of you that are new, welcome. But I say that as a psychic medium, I get your traits, your behaviors, loved ones come in as well, uh, emotional stuff, physical ailments. And I want to say that all of a sudden I got really, really cold just before I was about to read for you. And I do get messages before I start to read. And what I got for you was cold, like when hell freezes over. So let's go into that. I feel like coming out of, I can't really remember what I said from mid to end of May, but this is sort of coming on from it, okay? So it was all about the circulation and feeling circular. My fingertips are freezing at the moment. And yes, it is a cold day here. However, I was fine with all the other cards. It's just now that I feel like my circulation is playing up. So if your actual circulation is playing up, that's part of your emotional body. Our emotional body affects our physical body. If it's metaphorical, but it still means the same thing, okay? And I feel like for a lot of you, it will be metaphorical. Um, and what you want is right. Circulate. This is what I got. This is what I wrote down. So with circulation, what you want is right. Okay. So just put those words out there. So this is the body. This is like my Bible. And when people come to me, whether it's something I've picked up on them for the day physically or metaphorically, or something I get, I also get it, like I said, for departed loved ones, and it's always a sign of what our emotions are doing. So, in regards to you guys, Scorpio, with the circulation, I did look up. There was two different meanings, and it's about pretty much the source. It's all about your fifth chakra, which is your heart and drive. All right. So I'm just going to read it. So our emotional body affects our physical body. Okay. So our emotions affect us in parts of us. You know, I used to have IBS, and that is all about sharing your knowledge. Before I started to share my knowledge, before I started to come out about who I really am, and what I can do in regards to connecting people with their departed loved ones and sharing my knowledge of what I know. And I love teaching. So when I'm teaching, I'm fine. And I am fine now because I always go to my Bible, and you can see, look at it, poor dog-eared things. I always go to my Bible. So I want you to go to your Bible because I keep repeating that. So I want you to go to your Bible. So whatever it is that is your go-to when there's something not right or something not feeling like something that makes you feel safe, something that you're safe, whether it's a book, whether it's food, whether it's some sort of research on the internet, always go to your Bible. What is your go-to? Okay. So let's read it. The heart chakra is where your expression of love begins. Your heart is the pump for your circulatory system, and love is its driving force. From understanding who you are in your solar plexus, you can see that being devoted to yourself first is the next step in raising your consciousness. Inner motivation is what gives you incentive and enthusiasm. Outer motivation from being devoted to a parent, a spouse, a child, your business, or organization will sap all of your enthusiasm. Unless you are gaining some understanding or learning from it, you will not love what you are doing. Okay? You will not love what you are doing if you're being constantly drained. On the other hand, when you do for yourself and know why you are doing it, you will follow through and accomplish with ease. Okay? So that's part of when you're giving too much to everybody, and Scorpios have a tendency to do that sometimes. When you're giving like your life force and your enthusiasm and you're being the activist in these people's life, and when you're focusing too much on business and it just takes all of your energy and all of your time, and it's not a waste of time, but it's a waste of your energy that's not having a good effect on your way you're living your life at the moment. June is all about connecting the dots and making it's like the new norm is coming. So June is like the cutoff and the way we live our new life that's coming, okay, from July on and the rest of the year. So June is our time to make the effort for ourselves to move forward, okay? So I want you to love yourself and drive yourself through what it is that you want. You know, hell should freeze over before you give up yourself. I feel like it's a bit of Virgo had a lot of sacrifice in their reading, and I feel like this is yours too. You do sacrifice things that you want for other people, and it's time to stop doing that all the time unnecessarily. Still sacrifice, but make sure the sacrifice is worth the gain. Make sure the sacrifice is worth the gain, okay? So, again, on the circulatory system on the other page, not motivating yourself by loving yourself. Love is your driving force. The blood needs pure love of self. Putting yourself down or hitting what you do or hating what you do is the energy that goes against your life force. So, when you start to feel any sort of challenge in the way you're doing things or wanting things or what it is that you want and your drive, make sure you take time and take stock of what's going on in your own mind, okay? Because hell is freezing over. I can tell you, I'm really cold. Like, really need you to go and get in a nice hot bath after this, or at least do it tonight if you're watching this in the morning. Or if it's too late and you've already had a bath, I want you to go tomorrow night and have a nice bath, a detoxifying bath. So if you can add something with magnesium in it, or bicarbonate of soda, or baking soda if you're in America. I'm not sure what it's called in the UK, sorry. But this is something that you need to do. You need to have a detoxifying bath, and it needs to be as hot as you can make it to just warm you up and find your life force within you again. Because when you're passionate about things and when you want things and when you're not sacrificing the things that you want for others, you are on a roll. But I feel like this has been a continual sacrifice. And even though some of you are trying to get well in regards to your physical body, and if some of you have heart and circulatory problems, go and get a checkup, okay? Make sure you go and get a checkup. I'm not saying you have anything, but sometimes it's better to be safe than sorry, all right? Because, like I said, your hands are cold, and I feel like you make the words, you say the words, when hell freezes over, that'll happen, but it happens. You let it happen. You sacrifice and you let it happen. So no more doing that, okay? Let hell freeze over and let it happen for them, for those other people that you are working towards, you know. Like I said, you're giving too much to your parents, to your spouse, to your children, whatever. And that's okay to give to yourself too. It's because now is a time, this time of isolation should have been a time for self love and prioritizing family. And that is your own family within you as well. You know, sometimes you have to be your own family and love yourself. And that is fine. It will help you find your drive. Okay. So let's just have a quick shuffle. I have had a shuffle before, but I just want to do a little quick shuffle for you for the cards. And I'm using my energy cards today. The Daughter Spirit. Open your heart and your soul to spirit. And when I say that, I want you to, that can just mean something as simple as listening to your intuition. You've been drawn here for a reason, and that reason is that something like attracts like, and you are drawn to who it is you need to get some sort of solace from, if you will. And I want you to say whether it's me or somebody else that you're watching for a horoscope and for some guidance. There is something we all have to share with you. We all have something that resonates with you, all of us, okay? And I want you to know that. But you need to listen to your intuition. You need to pull everything of what we're all saying to you, because I feel like at the moment you're going out and finding asking all the questions to try and find yourself some motivation, to try and find some solace and some direction back in your life. So I want you to know that it's okay to ask people, but you're getting yourself all tied up in knots and confused. And you're like, well, no, when hell freezes over, that's going to happen. But hey, if I've said something and Joe Blow has said something and Jane Doe has said something, put us all together and take what it is that's right. not what I'm saying is gospel, but there's something I'm saying to you that will make sense, and something Joe and something Jane. The three of us have something to say to you or whoever. Maybe there is three people in your life you need to listen to at the moment. Maybe that's why I've got the number three or three people. But listen to your own intuition and your own words too, and what makes you tick and what makes you want to move forward. My readings have all been about generally love and just a general reading I've found. But at the moment, I'm not finding any relationship, as in romantic love relationship for you at the moment. It's mostly about learning to love yourself and love of self, and stopping the self-sacrificing and putting other people first, and their drive and their motivations and their wants, because your wants are just as important too, okay? When you are driven passionately, and you are one of the best workers. You have the best work ethics in the zodiac. You guys have got the best work ethics. You don't have a problem with doing the hard work. So do the hard work for yourself too. Do it for you as well, all right? Cornucopia, beautiful. That's a beautiful card, and you deserve this, okay? You've done the hard work. When you've done the hard work as well, storm warning. You've already had the storm. The storm has been and gone. June is a time for you to find your cornucopia. June is a time for you to find that light to shine the ray for the rest of your life and the new norm. I want you to have that passion back. I want you to have that motivation, and I want you to be able to feel comfortable in your own skin and not second guess yourself and not feel cold and left out in the cold. Because that's another reason. Sometimes you feel like you're left out in the cold. And that's part of your own doing. It's a rod you make for your own back, okay? So don't wait. Sorry, I'm just getting this huge message. Stop your own inner dialogue, because sometimes you put words in other people's mouths that aren't even there. I'm going to give you a situation of a Scorpio doing this to myself. And it was, he said to me, I can't give you what you want. I never asked him to give me what I want. Everybody wants things. We all know we're not going to get them, but that's the pressure he put on himself to give me everything. He just wanted to give me everything he could. And because he couldn't give me, and this was material, the material things he wanted to give me, he took that on himself, and he tried to turn that on me in these instances when he would bring it up. And I'm like, well, I've never asked you for that. Got what I need. But just be careful of the dialogue that you put out there as well sometimes, because the dialogue is it's not meant for any sort of hurtful, like, at all. It's all unintentionally said, but it's said in the heat of the moment. Sometimes it's said in your frustration, and it's said in your insecurities when you do say it. So change that dialogue. Going into a new era, which is from July on, it's a new time. It's when the world starts going again. Do you want to get left behind? No. Do you want to get left out in the cold? No, you don't. And you don't deserve to be. You're such beautiful people, but you just got to do a few bits of soul searching and stop sacrificing for other people. Anxiety. Man holding a coin. Don't worry about money. Money is coming. I need balance. That's what we're going to end on today. Balance. So my ear's just getting itchy. So it's like you need to start listening. Listen and hear that you've got the balance coming. Okay, it's been like you've been in this, I'm seeing that this murky ocean, on a rainy day, in this, like the ocean in this, there's nothing nice about the ocean in this. And that's what I feel like you have felt, that emotional turmoil. So find your life force, find that drive, and find what excites you, and stop sacrificing for other people. Okay, you can. I am available for readings, personal readings. You can get that information from my the description box down below. Please like and share and subscribe if you feel that this video could be beneficial to somebody else. And look after yourself, and please stop self-sacrificing, okay? Because you deserve for other people to do that to you, for you too, not to you, but for you too, okay? You deserve it. I'll see you next time. Bye.